What's up, guys? Today we're talking about pictures, how to play with composition and how to play with shutter to add a little bit of a little pep to our images, especially when we have something that we want to bring forward, but at the same time we want to bring a cool effect. So bringing something forward that's usually pretty boring, but adding a little cool effect to make it look a little bit more intriguing, let's say. So let's get into it. So right here we have two pictures, right? We have one picture that is mainly on composition here, that is mainly focused on composition, and why this picture has a value really, or is quote unquote good, is because the giant G here, which is the G from the school where the players play, where I got the contract from. So here we wanted to bring out the G a little, bring it out without saying that necessarily that this is the CJ, but make it feel a little bit more blended into the environment. Then here we have the banners that they've won in the past 2-3 years. So here in this picture we see all the elements of being a champion, working hard, of representing your school in this picture. And here we also played with the basket is almost on the center line of the picture, but the player is on the left third side of the picture here, and we have a little reflection here, so which makes it interesting and just brings a little tweak to the picture. And instead of just being a player just shooting regularly, now we have a little bit of composition into the play. We see different elements, and it makes it cool. And here we have the giant logo that I wanted to bring forward, but just taking a picture of the logo would have been kind of boring. So now we added a player passing in front of it and dribbling with the shutter effect that I'll talk to you guys about. So to make this effect, I'm going to go into File, I'm going to go into Settings, I want to add Show Rulers and Guides, or Add Guides, okay? So I'm here, now we have all these guys that we can add, okay? Now I'm going to go back into my files, into my settings, I'm going to go back into Add Guides. Now we can choose the types of guides that we want. For us, a 3-column guide like this works fine, because on social media, if you put something a little bit too much to the edge, you're kind of going to lose it. So if it crops too much or something happens to the image in the process of posting, you don't want to lose what you've worked on. So here we have these guides, okay? Works perfect. Now we're going to take an image that I've uploaded, and let's say I'm going to go with this one here. So this image is just a person playing, dribbling. So if I put it in the middle, doesn't look too bad. I mean, you see it's there, the person's dribbling, it's fine. But now I'm gonna either add it on the right side or on the left side. I think it looks better on this side here. Now we frame everything well, and now we can put the ball a little bit more at the outside here. So now it brings a little something different to the image without necessarily having to change all the settings and do something crazy about it. So now like that, it gives this illusion that this person is dribbling, and maybe you're in the perspective of the defender, so it brings a little bit of a pep just by playing with composition. And basically that's pretty much it on canvas. And so you have 3 things you have to do. First off, you have to decide, do you have a tripod or not? I would suggest bringing a tripod. Then you have to be willing to stay at the same location for a while, just in case you don't get the right shots right away. And third, you have to do the proper camera settings. Most important is the shutter speed. So you're gonna go, I like to go 1/30th of the shutter speed, and then I put it on my tripod, then I hold, and then I go into multi-frame shooting, where it's gonna shoot multiple pictures, and then I put it on medium, just so it doesn't go too fast, because the idea is not, you don't want it to be sharp. The idea is you want the image in the back to be super sharp, but what's passing in front to be super blurry. And then of course you adjust your ISO and your f-stop, and that's pretty much it into how to get this shot. You're gonna get probably 50 pictures, might be 3 that are good into that, but that's all you need to do to have this effect on your pictures.